let me cover this before I get back to calls. You can call in 1-888-775-3773. Remember I covered this Shmaxine injury months ago? It was like a relatively unremarkable story. Probably many of you do not remember it. But on October 11th, 2023 AD, at the end of the show, I did a quick little 6-7 minute segment talking about this alleged Shmaxine injury. I'm still in Nick's word. Because I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if this is a real story. This woman on Twitter, this gal on Twitter, probably not a Christian, doesn't act very Christian, I'll tell you that much. Tabitha Goldbaum gal. She stated, and I found it a remarkable situation, so I have pictures of this Tabitha Hassan. This gal showed this before and after picture, and I'm censoring a whole lot of it because she's making these claims that I cannot confirm. And we all know that the evil platforms don't like such claims being made. I'm speaking in they don't like conservatives and independent thinkers and others to make claims that they disavow. So I disavow it for the sake of my channels, right? And I think I made that obvious in the other segment that I did on this. This is October 8th, 2023. This woman tweeted this out on October 11th. I covered it. Before the Moderna Shmaxine, I had a nice body, she said. Had muscles, worked out 5-6 times a week, weekly hikes, ran, did yoga. I called it yoga. I lost 30 pounds fully. And so since the two Shmaxines in my face, you can definitely see the difference. Same smile, but my face is caved in now, she says. And all I did in my segment was agree with her. I described her, you could call it colorfully. I said, oh, she looks so much more decrepit now. I was agreeing with her. She looks different. And I don't know that what she claims is true because she's making claims and I don't know. I don't know her from Eve. I can't gain weight at all. First picture, and she has two pictures side by side. First picture, short hair, 2020. And it's this young gal who looks like she could be like my niece. Relatively young looking, you know. 20s, 30s, you know. And then second pic, beginning of 2022, after those two Shmaxines. And like I said, skin was saggy and just looks like my aunt, an older gal. You know, might be in like an old 30s and a rough living aged 30s, which is what I believe she is. I don't think she's in her 40s yet. She's not even 40 yet. But and it's more of a stark coloring in this picture too. The first picture, it's all kind of softened maybe, but I don't know. She said, please do not get these Shmaxines. They are highly dangerous. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. And so she got a whole bunch of attention, and I saw it, and I was like, wow, this is remarkable. I looked into her bio, her purported bio, what she says, what she claims about herself. A mother, a survivor of two Shmaxines. I do not endorse products or merchandise for the Shmaxine injured. My opinions are my own, she says. That's false. Your opinions are not your own. Your opinions are not your own, FYI. But anyway, so I described her, and I said that people in the replies were lying to her, saying, oh, you're still beautiful. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't say that. She's, you know, I would mildly attractive, like my aunt, mildly attractive, my niece, definitely younger, and you can tell. There's more like youth youthful life and collagen, I guess, is what makes your skin not sag and look old and wrinkled and stuff. But she's going through it, quite apparently. And I gave credence to that. I covered it because it may be true what she's claiming, right? It may be true. It may not be also. And I, of course, said it's very rare because that's what you're supposed to say. It's very rare. I heard that the mainstream media admits, and the mainstream science admits, that very rarely people can get injured or suffer issues from these Shmaxines. This is from the China virus, right? Supposedly. And who knows? Who really knows? I don't know. I'm not going to just take this gal's word for it. Like I said, women lie. People on the internet lie. Not accusing her of lying, although she did lie about me. Or she was mistaken about me. She's just listening to the devil about me. Because she was pretending she and her followers went after Hake in the middle of Hake's show yesterday. Saying what? How's my stream been, guys? Press 1 if it's been great. Press 2 if it's been kind of awful. Press 3 if it's been a little iffy at times. Even just a little bit of buffering here and there. Let me know if it's been a 3. Because I'm not seeing it streaming well on my iPad, but that could be my bad Wi-Fi connection or something. But I was fair. And then I protected myself, quite obviously. I was quite sarcastic about this scared woman-led CDC. I'm like, everyone should get the vaccines, including babies, like the CDC says. Babies, 6 months old, everybody, get it. Delighted to be here, asks, maybe she has a tapeworm. Well, she said that she walks like she has ALS, which is, I think, Lou Gehrig's disease, MS, multiple sclerosis, and something else. And she said I was snide. I was not snide. I'm so nice. But I'm also a little bit more honest than some are used to. And so these people, I don't know if they seemed to think that I was doubting that anybody could ever be injured. When I said that you could be, I said it's very rare. And they're like, it's not rare. Look at this one girl who was in the test, who was 19, who got it for people like you. She didn't get it for people like me. She was part of the testing. This purported gal was part of the testing of the vax, and allegedly, according to this person, I don't know if it's true. Did I get it? I saw it fly right here. I don't think I got it. She cropped out her horns. Fake victim. It's still following you, says Nick. There's a fly in the room. Hake brings flies. I can be like those Africans who can put up with it. You're getting Mike Penced. Yeah, Mike Pence got a fly on him. I forgot where I was, but I said they're lying to her. And part of that is because I have this ongoing theme in my show of this, what Gregatron pointed out, kiss-up culture. This kissing up. Oh, you're still beautiful. Well, maybe she's a kind soul, but there's a definite downgrade, and don't say, hey, you're still beautiful. Unless you really think so, but I'd say she's mildly attractive. Even in her apparent illness, whatever that illness is. But they're trying to say, oh, so Hake is saying he wants us to troll her. I said, no, I always say, don't harass her. Don't harass her. Unless you're Brandon M., which I don't think Brandon M. has been able to catch Hake's show lately. Do not harass her, guys and gals. But she quote tweeted some woman who somehow they came across my blog post. Maybe they searched Tabitha Goldbaum on Google, and my blog post came up from my thehakereport.com. My blog post from that months-old thing. So I didn't sick anybody. I don't think one of you bothered her, but they're all of a sudden bothered and they want to come bother me, and then I reply to them, and then I get blocked. We're having a conversation, and then I get blocked. One of them got really dirty and filthy, just vulgar. A male, saying, "You're mocking the vaccine injured." I'm like, what are you talking about? And then they show me this one. They show me this date and a link to my blog post, one of them. I'm like, oh, that gal. So I make I clip this segment, and I put it out. I did not call her ugly. Effectively calling her ugly, accusing us of lying to her, calling her beautiful. Effectively calling her ugly. I didn't call her that. That's your mind. And I'm not mocking her appearance. I'm not being snide about it. I'm giving credence to her whole reason for showing the before and after. She showed it because it's a stark difference. Youthful, beautiful, maybe Jewish gal, Tabitha Goldbaum, right? And then older, more decrepit looking, affected physically by something. And it may be that. And I covered it in part because I warn you guys to do what you see. Don't just blindly trust anybody. Not the anti-vaxxers, not the pro-vaxxers. Take care of yourselves. Because this may be true what she's saying, but it may not be. Anyway. So they blocked me. Just aged. But that's in 2 years' time. Nick says she's just aged. And, you know, another quick point. Quick point, and then I'll get to a quick call before the break. Lin Yen Chin. Salute, sir. This victimhood thing, because she's a mother. I don't know if she's married or what. She claimed to be a victim of domestic violence. This is her Twitter profile from back in October when I covered it. She had 5,600 followers, and now she has like almost 10,000 followers. And also from Los Angeles. Hey. And she like offered to be on my show, or other supposed injured people to be on my show. I'm like, I didn't respond to that. I'm like, I don't know if I want to cover that. It's not my shtick. We all know that that happens, and you got to be careful. She claimed to be a victim of DV, domestic violence, and said that her brother was murdered or something like that by gangsters before she got her shots. And she got her shots, I guess, because she thought that it was going to be help people or protect people or something like that. You know, she may not have been such an independent thinker beforehand. I don't know. And who knows what the truth is. But my point, real quick. Watch your attitude about what you got to go through, because your attitude can bring you down. A broken spirit dries the bones, but a cheerful heart is good like a medicine. That's one of the Bible verses that I learned as a kid. My mom made me memorize it on these 3x5 cards. A cheerful heart is good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. And so I encourage the ladies, don't identify with your body or your beauty. That was one of my points that I made, and that was one of my motivations, because it was a pretty stark difference. And even the functions, because this gal said she has inflammation in her wrists, it's hard to function and all that. She did it to protect you, Hake. And they assumed that I took the vax. I do not disclose my vax status. It's not your business. And they assumed that I was pro-vax or something like that I was doubting the people who say that people get injured from it. I don't believe it, and I don't disbelieve it. It's quite possible. It's not my shtick. It's not what I'm into. But keep a good attitude and a can-do attitude. Don't baby yourself. And don't let other people baby you. She'd rather have these people lie to her than someone tell the truth to her and cover her and give her good press. I was giving her good press. Her whole identity is victimhood. Yeah, that's the woman thing. These gals, they don't belong pushing politics, even to quote unquote protect kids, to protect one another, or medical freedom, all that. They do it wrong. Gals and simps were in my replies and harassing me and inciting harassment on me. I know I'm using woman words, but hey, got to play the game. And then they ended up being the ones who blocked me. Even the guy who got all vulgar with me, he did some vulgar, nasty Photoshop of me. I blocked him. And then I saw the replies, and then I unblocked him and told him I unblocked him. And then he's all, forget you. And she said, waning, I brought up, hey, ladies, and everybody, don't identify with your waning beauty, your waning physical ability. You are not your body. That way you don't get depressed identifying with something that's fleeting. Isn't that a nice message? But she took it wrong and took it as though I'm not truly a supporter of her cause. Because I'm a supporter of the cause of the people who don't want this imposed on people. I don't want it imposed on people. And she's a Trump supporter, by the way. She calls herself MAGA, according to her. So, that's that. Thank you guys for bearing with me through that. One last quick point. Division. These people, I'm their best friend. Well, not their best friend, but we should be friends, not devils fighting. Not devils fighting. We're on each other's side, really. Trump supporters, most of us, including the ones who blocked me, skeptical of the establishment narratives for freedom, including so-called medical freedom. But they just want to infight and bash and falsely assume and alienate and pretend like I'm the bad guy for playing too rough, being too honest about... Anyway. Nice. Shout out to the alienated anti-vaxxers.